Good morning. We're in North Norfolk for a few days, towards the end of May. We've arranged to walk from Cromer, where we're staying, to Sheringham, about 5 miles away. This is the first of 3 vids from our visit to North Norfolk. The weather forecast today is pretty grim, and I've even bought a new pair of rainproof trousers. We're starting in Cromer, and we'll walk through this attractive little sunken garden. This will be full of flowers in a few weeks' time. You can see the clouds overhead. It's not actually raining yet, but the wind's blowing pretty hard. We'll say goodbye to Cromer and head out along the cliff path. You can see Edith in front of me. She'll have to be on her lead most of this walk though, as there's no fence along the cliff top. We don't want her falling over the edge. This is better. Here's the cliff edge, and it's a sheer drop as you can see. This stretch of coastline is known as the Deep History Coast. The lower layers of sedimentary rocks are made up of the gravel and mud left behind by ancient rivers and floodplains, which were here from about 2.5 million years ago to 450,000 years ago. These cliffs are quite fragile, so coastal erosion is a serious problem. The lower sedimentary layers are full of fossils. As the cliffs erode, more fossils are uncovered. Among the fossils discovered are this belemnite, a relative of the squid. These are coprolites, which to you and me is fossilised poo. Here's part of a deer's antler. This is a paramudra, the fossilised burrow of an unidentified organism. And these are fossilised sponges. These images were kindly given to me by Visit North Norfolk, the local tourism organisation. There's a link in the text below. Also along this coast, the Happisburgh footprints were discovered in 2013. Analysis showed these to be over 800,000 years old, and they're the oldest known hominid footprints outside of Africa. There are 2 wind farms out at sea here, which you can see on a clear day. The turbines are just visible today through a telephoto lens. It's raining now. Here's Edith on her lead. I'm not sure she's really enjoying this walk terribly much. We're coming up now to Beeston Bump. This is actually a came. Do you know what a came is? I didn't know until today. A came is a glacial landform composed of sand and gravel left behind when the glaciers retreated at the end of one of the ice ages. You learn something all the time on the Country Traveller channel. This is reckoned to be a steep hill by the locals here. It's very flat in Norfolk. In most places, this would be considered to be a baby hill. Here's where we've come from. The clouds still look full of rain. Here we are at the top of Beeston Bump. The rain's getting heavier now. That's Sheringham, where we're going for lunch, that we can see in front of us. Here's an information board telling us that there was a listening station up here during World War II. The station was manned by German-speaking Wrens, who listened in on conversations between German E-boats. The information was fed back to Bletchley Park, which was the centre of Allied code breaking during the Second World War. If you're interested in this, there's a link at the top to another short video about the Huff Duff in the New Forest, another listening station. We'll make our way down the other side of Beeston Bump and on to Sheringham. It's still raining. We'll go down this cut to get to the seafront. We saw earlier that this is a good area to find fossils. Following a stormy night in December 1990, local residents found that a large bone had been partially exposed at the base of the cliffs. This was identified as a pelvic bone of a large steppe mammoth which died about 600,000 years ago. More bones were uncovered and a major excavation was carried out in 1995. The find is the largest nearly complete mammoth skeleton known and is the oldest found in the UK. The skeleton is the best example of a steppe mammoth to be unearthed so far and is 85% complete. The mammoth was male, about 13 feet tall, and would have weighed about 10 tons. This is twice the weight of a modern African elephant. The skeleton is currently being prepared for display in Norwich Castle Museum. Look at the murals on the wall here. Lovely seaside scenes, on sunnier days than today. And here are the mammoths, as they might have been hundreds of thousands of years ago, here along the North Norfolk coast. So here we are in Sheringham, at the end of our wet and windy walk. We are wet, but not as wet as we expected to be. So that's a bonus. For what? No. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. Please subscribe to see more videos from Norfolk and elsewhere. Thanks for watching.